All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one we do another Walking Dead video leading up to the 10th episode for The Walking Dead Season 10. In this one, we'll give our thoughts first on everyone being pissed off at Carol. Alright, so I wanted to do at least this video because it is Wednesday now, and we haven't gotten any preview pictures for episode 10 yet for The Walking Dead Season 10. Usually we get them at this point, so I don't know if they're not doing it for that episode, or maybe they'll hit later on in the week and we can take a look through those tomorrow or the next day, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And someone did correct me with the, I guess they showed a clip on, I think it's Talking Dead, after episode 9, that it does look like it's Beta who's climbing up out of the ground inside of Alexandria, so it's kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly how the Whispers would have been able to fashion a tunnel from wherever that RV is, like underneath, and then all the way up underneath Alexandria, just to where the part where Dante had dug that grave up, so that he'd be able to climb up through it. So I don't know. It's a bit crazy to think about, like, how did they do that during this time? How much time would that take? But okay, I guess we'll just go with it. Somehow they managed to make a tunnel under Alexandria so they can get in there anytime they want to. Granted, I guess if Alpha's at the at the front, she tells you to go dig. I guess you're gonna go dig, right? That's what it is. So, but everyone being mad at Carol. So that's pretty much the biggest thing right now that we're getting for discussion, which we went over a little bit in the live stream. If you guys missed it, we did an hour-long live stream on Sunday, and it sounds like most of you guys liked it. So I think we're gonna do it maybe weekly, or at least we'll try it again next week and see how many of you guys show up. So just a heads up for that this Sunday night after the episode airs, and I do the review as per usual, and then maybe a predictions video for what I think will happen in episode 11. Then we'll do like an hour live stream again this week. So if you missed it last weekend for the live stream, don't worry, you can catch it. This Sunday night we'll do it. That'll probably be around, I want to say 11:30 or midnight Eastern time, something like that. So you'll have to convert for your time zone, but something like that after the episode airs and all that stuff, and after I publish the review. So everyone being mad at Carol. Well, she's not dealing too well with being trolled by Alpha, right? It comes across as like Alpha's trolling her, right? Like, you mad, bro? And she falls down and everything, and then she screams at her and everything, and she just kind of taunts her. So, it's... and she even used it before as well, too, when she mentioned Henry, when there was the face-off scene near the beginning of the season, and Carol had the gun, and Michonne just managed to stop her just in the nick of time, because it was pretty close, right? So her getting other people hurt almost did there. Michonne stopped her, because the Whispers, it seemed like at that time, if she would have actually shot Alpha, that the rest of the Whispers probably would have killed just about all of them there. However, after watching last week's episode, you tend to think that the Whisperers will somehow manage to screw that up, right? Miss. Even though they got AK-47, they just take all these shots and they miss everybody or something like that, right? It feels like that. So being mad at Carol, it's like she can't help herself. She's totally obsessed with trying to get vengeance on Alpha. She's just in the type of mindset where she can't stop herself from trying to do it. So in that type of situation, being too overly emotional like that, you might have to take yourself out of the game, especially if someone's using it against you. So maybe next time they leave Carol back at Alexandria or something, leave her back at home, because she's not in fighting form right now. So, but if Connie does die as a result of what Carol does here, then people will be really pissed off at her, going forward, right? Because then it's almost like for Daryl, she's eliminating the competition, right? So, I don't know. Like most of you guys had said, the episode at the end of the episode, that probably between both Magna and Connie, one of them most likely will be killed off during that, and I think most people right now are thinking it's probably going to be Connie. So we'll see if that's right. If Carol is responsible for getting Connie killed, will Daryl forgive her if that's true? And just how will that whole thing go? How is it going to affect their relationship? Probably not. Probably not good, right? So that's that one. But let me know what you guys think about Carol, and how you feel if Connie does actually die as a result of what happens here. How will you feel about Carol afterwards if that's the case? So next for Better Call Saul. So a lot of people did ask for a review for Better Call Saul, Season 5's premiere, which just aired. If you guys have never seen it, it is a great show. It's in the Breaking Bad universe, and I have watched the first episode of it, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to watch the second one just yet. The only thing that annoys me about it is that they took a year off last year for Better Call Saul, and now that they're just coming back with it, because it's a really funny show if you've never seen it. It's pretty fun. So it annoys me that they took the year off, but it's okay, whatever. But then they put it back on at the same time as Walking Dead is airing. I kind of wished that they would have premiered it kind of a different month or something. That way we could have done reviews on it each week and that whole thing during the break. But they have to put it on. They use Walking Dead to promote their other shows, as they often do. And so I guess they want to get people back into it again. But I'm just wondering how many seasons they're going to do of Better Call Saul. Because if you remember, Breaking Bad only had 5 seasons. And this is the 5th season of Better Call Saul. So I would think that it'd probably be ending soon. And I am shocked that it's got more seasons than Breaking Bad, or it's probably going to have more seasons if it's renewed for season 6, unless they've announced that this is last season, which I haven't heard that if they have. I don't think that's the case. So it sounds like Better Call Saul will kind of go on longer than Breaking Bad even did, which is really weird. But maybe I'll do a video giving my thoughts on that one for you, Zeolek, if you want to. And we can do that because it is a really fun show, and it definitely warrants doing reviews for, because it is a really fun show for sure. Eren forced me to write this. Said, bro, I had to wash myself after watching the Alpha and Negan sex scene. So it was difficult to watch, right? It really was. It wasn't how I had pictured it at all from the comics. Like I had thought that it might be like a romantic type scene, or like something like this, to where it was like some kind of like evil love, like you have this getting together of these two. Negan used to be very viciously evil, and sometimes I guess maybe he still will be. We'll see what they do with him in the future. But just this union between these two, like really dark forces in Walking Dead world, and instead, like, did they even put dirt on them and stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe that was in my mind. Maybe they didn't. But I kind of felt like they were like all dirty and stuff like that, and everything, and like actually with mud and stuff. And because they followed it up after the shit stuff earlier on, it just felt really, really weird to see the two of them like that. And she's got the mask on and everything. So I don't know, man. It was different than what I had expected. That's for sure. And most people, I think, were grossed out by it, which is quite a bit different from the comic version. I don't think the comic version, when you read it through, you don't feel grossed out. You don't get that vibe from it. You get more of like a evil romance type of vibe, if that's the thing. Jonathan Shreve says, Season 1, Episode 6, Carol, are we underground? And then Jenner said to her, are you claustrophobic? Carol says, a little. Jenner says, try not to think about it. All that time, and Daryl remembered. So that was pretty cool. So some people did notice that. There were some websites that posted that's how he knew that Carol was claustrophobic, because it was in the first season when they went underground with Jenner. I actually forgot all about that at this point, so I didn't pick up on that whatsoever. But that's pretty cool that you guys did, and that that's kind of out there as well, because it's just kind of a cool season 1 thing. And they do kind of include a lot of little nods back to stuff before in Walking Dead, or stuff that makes you think of stuff. It's just that it's been so many years since the first season aired. Like, man, that was like, it's pretty much like 10 years ago now. It's just crazy, right, to think back. But Daryl remembered all that time. I didn't. So so it's what it is. Toxik Blackrain wants to know, if you had to do it, would you do it with or without the mask? So I even thought the mask was weird. Maybe without the mask, I guess, if you have to. It's just kind of funny that like nothing else on, just the mask. It just added to like the creep factor of it. I'm not sure. So maybe you do it without the mask. I'm not sure if you have to, or you just call time and run like hell, right? You're just running away. Hope she doesn't chase you down. Or trick you somehow into a cave or something. Mitchel Becks says, Trev, do you think Alpha has sex with Negan, so if she gets pregnant with his child, she knows Negan won't betray her and kill her, because killing her would mean killing his own child? So I think for Mitchell. So I think, Mitchell, you're going way overboard with that one. I think she just wants to have sex with Negan because she just wants to have sex with Negan. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if that would even be a concern, but it does bring in an interesting kind of theory that what if she did get pregnant or something, then she runs off or something. Like maybe that would change things for her and she would leave or something. I don't know, like leave the Whispers or something. I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think she's just going to be killed off before the end of the season. But I'm almost thinking at this point that it's probably not going to be Negan who does it in the TV series version. I mean, in some ways too, it's not like the survivors were really that nice to Negan to where he's going to feel like he has to do something like that. They really weren't. But at the same time, well, at least they're living in the mud, but at least Negan's being offered some ass, where on the other hand, he's being thrown in the cell, and Gabriel's kind of taunting him all the time and that whole thing, or whatever's going on there. He's taunting Gabriel. Gabriel's getting pissed off, whatever, yelling at him and stuff. So the Whisperer hospitality is not too bad, right? It's not too terrible. KM1980 says, Carol's really pissing me off lately, so there's another one of that one. Chilltownify says, Negan and Alpha equals dad and mom bods. Well, I don't know if JDM has a dad bod. I don't think he has like a beer belly or anything, which typically you would think of as a dad bod. But I guess I can agree with the mom bod part. I don't know. That's good. Dwighty83 says, yeah, the roster in Alexandria is hurting, which is why them taking Morgan and Dwight away from the show baffles me and pisses me off so much. This show could really freaking use them right now. But I did think of something for you, Dwighty boy, and that is that what about the budget for the show? The more people they have in the episodes and on the show, it does cost them more for budget. So it's possible that with the amount of characters they had maybe during the All Out War time, that they would not have been able to keep them all, and they might have just had to kill off either of those two, right? So if the budgets get too high, they may have to kill off certain ones because, well, and then they don't have to pay them, right? Like, that's always been a theory for Chandler Riggs. Like, it's like maybe, like some people have said, maybe his parents asked for too much money, so they kill him off or something. I don't know. But, this way, at least you still have Morgan and Dwight, only they're in the other series. So if you watch Fear, they're there. And, it's, yeah, you're right. Past that, it is feeling a little bit light in Alexandria and some of the other spots right now. But hopefully The Walking Dead can build on some of the other new characters they have. They've built, I think, Gabriel and Rosita up a bit more than where they were at prior. So that's good. And, we'll see who else they can kind of develop over time, right? So Don McCarthy says, Q&A, do you think Lydia's part will be during the next part of Season 10? So when will we see Lydia again? That's true. She was not in the last episode, and we don't really know where she is exactly, do we? So I would expect to see her, maybe not next episode, 10, but maybe more like 11 or maybe 13, because I don't know if she would be in Michonne's last episode, which I think is supposed to be 12 or something like that. So maybe we'll see Lydia again soon, but probably not, just right away. Probably not in episode 10, unless she returns to Alexandria or something. I kind of doubt it. But we should see her pretty soon. She should be in and around the Whispers territory there somewhere. Melon Uckley Hart says, OMFG, I think Negan might need a tetanus shot. So that's good. And the last one for this one will be from Daniel Appleton, who says, Connie's a favorite. She'll survive if Daryl goes back to dig her out and carry her back. I watched the scene back again of where it collapses down, and it kind of feels like Connie and Magna are kind of off past the part that came down. So it sort of feels like they're in a section. Maybe this exit's buried, but maybe they can go find another exit. I don't think they were buried alive at that moment right there. I think that they were in another spot, and so they'll be okay for the most part. Maybe both will survive, or maybe Connie will die as a result of what happened. But like I said, if they do kill her off, then people are just going to be really, really mad at Carol, right? So even more mad than they are now. So that's it for this video today, guys. I may see you back again soon tomorrow or the next day. And look forward to the live stream Sunday night after the review and all that good stuff. If we get some new pictures or we get anything else, then I'll do it. Or if you guys have any ideas for good videos after episode 9, then leave your comments below for them. Maybe a Better Call Saul review. We'll see. That's it for this video, guys. We'll see you again soon. Please thumb up all that stuff. It's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.